Nobody saw it coming. And honestly, after you hear what happened, you won't believe this was real life. It was a Tuesday morning. The kind of cold that makes you walk faster and keep your eyes down. Marcus and his wife Diana were walking through the park with their 7-year-old son Liam. Nice family. Nice clothes. Nice life. The kind of family that had everything figured out. Or so they thought. And then a little girl stepped out from behind a bench. She looked maybe 5, maybe 6 years old. Her shoes had holes in them. Her jacket was 3 sizes too big. Her hair was tangled and dirty. She had no adult with her. No bag. Nothing. Just this tiny girl standing in the middle of the path, looking lost in a way that made your chest hurt just to see it. Most people walked past her. Seriously. People just walked right by like she was invisible. A few glanced at her, looked uncomfortable and kept moving. That's just what people do, right? They see something hard, and they look away. But Liam stopped. He tugged his dad's hand and said, "Dad, that girl is alone." Marcus looked at Diana. Diana looked at Marcus. And before either of them could say anything, Liam walked straight up to the little girl and held out his hand. She looked at it for a second. Then she grabbed it. And that one moment, that tiny little moment between two kids, started a chain of events that nobody in that park could have ever predicted. Marcus crouched down to her level. "Hey there, what's your name?" She didn't answer. She just stared at him with these big dark eyes that looked way too tired for a child her age. Diana pulled out a granola bar from her bag. She always carried snacks for Liam and held it out. The girl took it so fast, and ate it in 3 bites. That's when it really hit them. This child was hungry. Actually hungry. They looked around. Nobody was coming for her. No panicked parent. No guardian watching from a distance. Nothing. Marcus called the police. Not because he wanted to hand her off and forget about it, but because he genuinely didn't know what else to do. The officer who came was kind. He ran her description, checked missing person reports, and what he found absolutely floored everyone there. This little girl, her name was Sophia, had been reported missing 11 months ago. 11 months. She had been living on the streets, in shelter sometimes, bouncing between places, for almost a year. She was 6 years old, and she had survived an entire year on her own. The officer explained that Sophia had been in a foster home before she went missing. The case had gone cold. Too many cases. Not enough people. Sophia had fallen through every crack in the system. And through all of this, Liam was still holding her hand. He hadn't let go once. That night, Diana couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about Sophia's face when she ate that granola bar. The way she grabbed it. The way she didn't even look up. Like she was used to eating fast. Before someone took it away. He told Marcus, "I want to do something. Not just donate, actually do something." Marcus wasn't sure. They had their own life. Their own son. It was complicated. What if it's temporary? What if she has family? What if this isn't the right thing? But then Diana said something that stayed with him. Liam walked up to her, when everyone else walked past. What does that tell you? Marcus didn't have an answer. Within a week, they started the emergency foster process. It wasn't easy. Home visits, background checks, interviews, endless paperwork. But they kept going. Meanwhile, Sophia stayed in a temporary facility. Liam asked about her every single day. He drew pictures for her. One drawing showed them holding hands in the park, with a sun in the corner. Sophia kept it. She folded it carefully, and placed it in her small box of belongings. It became one of the only things she owned. 6 weeks later, Sophia came home with them. She was quiet. Very quiet. She ate every meal like it might be her last. She woke up at night, just to check if she was still there. Sometimes Diana would find her sitting on the floor, in the dark. Like she didn't fully trust that the bed was real. Because trauma in children doesn't always look like crying. Sometimes, it looks like silence. Like waiting for everything to fall apart again. Liam. He was patient. He didn't force her to talk. He just played nearby, left toys for her, laughed at cartoons, and waited, until one day, Sophia laughed. A small sudden laugh, like she forgot she was allowed to. Diana had to leave the room, because she started crying. A year later, they finalized Sophia's adoption. Small courtroom. A judge. Simple paperwork. Liam wore a button-up shirt and kept fixing it because it was a special day. Sophia wore a yellow dress. The first outfit she ever chose herself. When the judge asked if she understood what this meant, she nodded, then looked at Liam and said, "It means he's really my brother now." Liam smiled and said, "I was already your brother." The whole room laughed, as it was true. Here's what stays with me about this story. Marcus and Diana were good people, but they were moving through life the way most of us do. Fast, focused, head down. It took a 7-year-old boy and actually see someone the world ignored. Liam didn't think about complications. He didn't think about the system. He just saw a girl who was alone and held out his hand. And because of that one small moment, Sophia got a family. A real one. A yellow dress. A brother who chose her before it was official. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply refuse to walk past someone. Sophia is 9 now, and she still keeps that drawing on her shelf. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories like this.